Hey VBLeaners, it's Electra from VanillaBeanLean, and I am at the park. I am just finishing up my Pro Sculpt, which is my GNC's Genetics HD line Pro Sculpt that I'll be doing a full post on. It's awesome. I love it. I'm just finishing that up. I am about to set up the camera and get set. I have a playground workout for you today, and it is going to rock. I've got a whole bunch of exercises, 10 reps of everything, a couple rounds, and then there's also the option to make it a timed interval workout with your Gym Boss timer. So let's get on it. I'm going to finish up my Pro Sculpt and then we'll do this. Alright? Hey VBLeaners, it's Electra. Alright, so I'm here at the park and I have a playground workout for you today. It is either you can do 3 rounds of all of the exercises, 10 reps of each, or you can use your Gym Boss timer. 10 reps and 50 seconds all out. I'll explain all of this. But let me just tell you what the exercises are and then I'll go through them one by one. There's burpees, rows, toe touches, negative pull-ups, squats, side-to-side jumps, hanging knee raises, and a push-up and twist. Sounds overwhelming, but I promise 10 reps of each, you can knock this out. I'm going to go through each exercise and show you each one, explain all the do's and don'ts, and let's get going. Alright? Alright, so 10 burpees. What you're going to do is you're going to be standing up. Then you'll come down, all the way kneeled down. Your hands will be down on the ground. Your shoulders will be over your hands. Then you'll kick your legs back, jump back into a plank. Your hips will be in line, no pushing up, no pushing down, in line. Then you'll come back into the crouched position, shift onto your heels and jump up. Let me show you. Down, back, in line, up, shift, and jump. When you jump, it's important to stay straight. I don't want you jumping out or back. Jump straight up. So make sure, shoulders over the hands, hips in line, and jump up using those heels. Again, one more time. That's a burpee. Okay, so we're going to do rows. This is actually a row on a swing, and then I'll show you a row on some other type of equipment. There are usually swings at just about any park you'll be at, so this is a really versatile move you can use. So you're just going to grab the chain of the swing, and you're going to pull yourself out so your body is in line. No back, no butt bending, and no pushing up. You want to stay in line. Shoulder blades back. You see, not like this. Shoulder blades back. You're going to keep your head neutral and row up and down. Row up and down. It's more comfortable for you to grab all the way down here than trying to. The further you go down, the harder it is. This is a lot harder than this is. So, beginners, you can start almost standing to make it easy. For those of you who are advanced and really want to work those muscles and feel the burn, slide your legs down as far as you can so you're in more parallel to the ground. So that is your swing row. And then I'll show you a row on more equipment as another variation. Okay, so another example of a row you can do on a bar. I would pick one closer to the ground, or you can even pick like the bottom of a step or a bench and just hold on to that. With this bar, you're going to keep your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Your legs will come out. You'll be in line with your shoulder blades back. Then you'll be pulling up to the bar and coming down. Pulling up, coming down. The higher up you are, the easier it is. want them back. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down and keep your arms straight. Don't lock out your elbow, but keep them just about as straight as they can be. You want to make sure you're working your back, and so when you're pulling up, don't be using your arms to do it. Keep your arms out, your shoulder blades back and down. You'll be squeezing and squeeze the muscles down your back. That is going to work the back of your row. So you have two variations of your row, one on the swing and one on a bar. So you get to choose. Alright, next exercise. Alright, so our next one is toe touches. You're going to find a low-lying step, and then you're going to alternate touching your toe to it. This is a move that's going to increase your heart rate and get that fat burning going. So are you ready? Alright, this is a little bit higher than this one over here is. So I'm going to show you a variation of the higher one and the lower one. If you're a beginner, start with a low step, and then as you progress, you can increase the height of that step to make it harder. Alright, for you who are advanced, this is a higher step. Make sure your core is sucked in, your shoulders are back, your arms are up. This is what you're going to touch your feet to, and then you're just going to alternate, jump, 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 jump. We're not stepping on it, you're just lightly touching your toe. I'll show you from this side. Lightly touching the toe. And then here's your lower step to make it a little easier. Toe, 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 toe. That's something you can incorporate all the time just to get that heart rate up. It's a great thing. And make sure you're just pushing off, pushing off, pushing off. Keep yourself light on your feet. We're going to get that fat burning going. Alright, next exercise. Alright, next exercise is a negative pull-up. A lot of you won't be able to do a full body weight pull-up, and that's okay. It's a very tough move. It's advanced. If you can do one, go ahead and just do these as regular pull-ups. For the majority of everyone else, we're going to do negative pull-ups. So that means the closer your hands are together, the more you're working your arms. The further they're apart, the more you're working your back. All us ladies want that hourglass figure, right? So we want that tiny waist. We want to kind of taper up here and down over here. So we want to kind of come in and go out. The beautiful thing about pull-ups and anything working your back, you're going to get this awesome V taper in your back coming like this. And doing the pull-ups will actually make your waist look smaller. So, with the negative pull-up, I suggest a little bit further than shoulder width apart. You're going to jump up to where your chin is over the bar. Keep your core tight. You're going to keep your butt squeezed, and your legs are going to be together. The taller you are, the more you're going to have to bend your legs to keep them off the ground, depending on the height of the bar. If you're a super beginner, you can literally start with a bar here and kind of just ease your way down and light on the feet. That's going to be super easy because your body weight is kind of being held up by the feet. You want your feet to come off the ground as you progress, and you want to make this move harder. So, here's the negative pull-up. You're going to jump to where your chin's over the bar, and then slowly, as your feet are off the ground, you'll let yourself down, squeezing those back muscles. And eventually, you'll get to where your back muscles are built up strong enough that you'll be able to do a pull-up or two. So let me just show you the negative pull-up, and then we'll go from there. Your hands a little further than shoulder width apart. You're going to jump up and then let yourself down using your muscles very slowly. The slower the better. Jump up and then slowly work it down. And then again, put your feet on the ground and jump up. And then slowly down. Alright, that's your negative pull-up. Let's go on to the next. Alright, our next exercise is squats. Just plain body weight squats. The further your legs are out, side of your butt. If they're shoulder width, you're pretty much going to work your quads and the majority of your butt and hamstrings, the back of your leg, pretty much evenly. As you get narrower, you're going to be working the outside of your quad, the front of your leg, and then the top and outer side of your butt, which makes that rounded shape. So, kind of depending on what your goals are and what parts you want to work, you can change the foot stance. My suggestion for most everyone starting out, just start at shoulder width. You're just working everything nice and even, and then as you progress, you can kind of decide if you want to go a little wider or a little closer based on your goals. Alright, so are you ready for this? Body weight squat. You want to keep your heels, the weight of your body on your heels. You're kind of light. You never lock those knees out, so you're pretty much straight, but with a tiny bend in your knee. I usually put my hands out in front to keep a balance. You can put them on your hips, behind your head, right here, whatever you're most comfortable with. Then you're literally going to squat down to 90 and then come back up. When you come up, I want you pushing through your heels so you're getting those glutes good. At the top, I don't want you just hanging out. I want you squeezing your butt, because we all want that nice booty, right? Alright. For those of you who are having a hard time with your balance, pick something here to hold on to keep your balance. So just kind of hold on to it, and then you're able to do your squat and come up, and you're not pulling with your arms. You're just lightly holding to keep your balance. Down and squeeze up. Alright, I'm just going to show you the couple variations. Wider is like this. Your toes will be slightly pointed out. You always keep your knees behind your toes, and your butt, you're sitting down and back. So wide, or you're narrow. My suggestion, keep them shoulder width apart and go from there. Alright, next exercise. Alright, so this is our side to side slide jump. What you're going to do is you're going to hold, you can hold here, you can hold here, you can hold here, whatever you're most comfortable with. The easiest, the most comfortable for the body will be a shoulder. And then side to side. Stay together, hold down side to side. All of them you want to jump slide for variations, because I know every park is different. So you're going to be here, and then do your jump. 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 So when you're jumping here, you're propelling your butt and legs up, round. You don't stop in the middle, you're going side to side. Again, to show you. You'll feel it in your shoulders when you come up, and you should. That's good. Let me show you on another slide for variation. Alright, I know every park is different, there's different slides, so here's another variation. This you'll just hold like this, or even in here. My suggestion, it's a little bit easier to do it up here because you're not crouched all the way down. Side to side to side to side. So, I know every part's different, but you're just going to find your rhythm and you're going to be able to make the variations happen for yourself. Working out outside is a blast and so much fun, but just make sure that even if it's not exactly the same, you're just getting a good workout in, pushing yourself and sweating. That's what this is all about. Muscle building, fat loss, and fun, right? Alright, next exercise. Alright, hanging knee raises. I'm going to show you on this and then on monkey bars because I know every park is different. Most parks have bars like this though. You want your feet off the ground, and then you're going to, with your knees bent, bring your knees up, and then I'll also show you the twist variation if you want to make it a little harder. Hands shoulder width apart, feet off the ground. Hanging knee raise, you're just coming up and squeeze, lower down easy. Do not swing This will make it really easy and prevent you from actually working your abs. So, dead hang, no swinging. Squeeze up and down, and up and down. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging and kind of work your obliques, which I absolutely love, these are my favorite when I'm twisting. Same thing, but twist. So same thing, you're coming up, to the side, to the side. You can kind of come up and twist, or you can just twist as you're coming up. Whatever you prefer, both will work your obliques. If you turn first and then come up, a little bit more lower. If you're turning as you're coming up, it's a little bit higher on your obliques. It's all good to do variations, just have fun with it and enjoy yourself. So, if these are too difficult hanging, you can always sit on the ground and just do some simple sit-ups, simple crunches, or simple leg raises. Alright, next exercise. Oops, just kidding, not next exercise yet. I wanted to show you on the monkey bar variation. So you can literally do it just the same way with the monkey bar variation like this. Or if you want to do something kind of funky, this is on an angle, and if you just have a regular one, you can also do this and hold each of these. It might give you a little bit more of a good hold if you have a hard time holding onto the bar like this. Having it like this might make it a little bit simpler for you to hold on and finish all those knee raises. Alright, now for real, we're going to the next exercise. The last one, and then I'll show you all the way through. Alright, last exercise, push up with a twist for in your plank and then come back down. So you'll be doing a regular push up, and then you'll be twisting up. So, in line, push up, and then twist, look up, and come down. Push up, twist, look up, and come down. If this is too difficult, you could do it on your knees, do your push-up, and then just arm up, or even arm across, and then down in the same thing. Alright, let's go. Are you ready to rock it? Alright, next exercise is dip. So pick a bench. If you keep your shoulders too far, it's going to hurt those shoulder joints. So I want them either shoulder width or closer together behind you. The closer you get, the harder it is on the triceps. So you're working this muscle on the back of your arm right here. So when you're pushing up, I want you to be pushing up with that muscle. Your shoulder blades back and down, and let's rock this, alright? So, hands on the lower bench. Your feet will be out. When you go down, your butt's not touching the ground, but very close. Go down to 90 degrees, push back up. Down to 90, push back up. You don't want to go too much further than 90 degrees because it'll torque that shoulder joint. And you want to keep your shoulders nice and good so you can keep on working out. So down to 90 and push back up. If you're very advanced and can do an actual dip, I'll show you a variation for that as well.